I hit the wrong button there and ended the live by accident. I'm glad that wasn't into like a heavy viewer live there. All right, my name's Casper Jones. I handcraft skateboards for Life Skateboards, and you're watching Days with Casper. I already explained it on the live before, but I messed up my sleep schedule. I'm in here pretty early, just knocking out a little bit of work. Figured I'd go ahead and go live to catch some new viewers that don't normally catch this stuff this early in the morning. All right, so we went ahead and emptied out both of those presses. And we were about to get started gluing to load them back up. Just removing some excess glue off these separators here. And we are good to go. All right. Let's throw the Sharpie back in the other room and we'll get going here. I'm all right, bud. Sorry about a rough start there. I went and ended the live by accident. One moment, I'm gonna throw this back in the other room before I forget, and we'll get started on gluing and pressing. So if you didn't know, here at Life Skateboards, we do everything in-house when we make our skateboard decks. We press them, we shape them, we apply the graphics. So let's go ahead and start off with the longs, and I'll use this opportunity to kind of explain what's inside of your skateboard deck. Angle you down a little bit, and I'll go ahead and turn on the AI tripod function there. Sweet. Brush off our space here, and we'll get started. So if you guys have any questions about board making, the process, how to get a board, anything like that, feel free to ask. Tripod's freaking out on us, isn't it? Alrighty. So, I'll go ahead and explain what's inside of a standard skateboard deck that's 7 plies of maple, specifically Great Lakes or Canadian maple. You want maple that's had slow growth, long winters, gives you tighter grains and a less porous wood. So I'll grab one of these layups I pulled this morning and kind of explain the difference between the plies here. So you got 2 different directions on the grain. You've got a crossband, which is horizontal, and you've got vertical grains, the ones you see on the top and bottom of your board. Now the ones you see on the top and bottom of your board are a little bit different than the ones inside. The ones on the outside have no blemishes. Those are called face value. And then there's core right here. So inside of your board, you got 7 plies here. You got a face, core, crossband, core, crossband, core, and bottom face. Now, if you wanted to make this a 6 ply, which we do on our youth boards or by request, you'd take out this bottom core, and then you just have a 6 ply there. If you want to make it an 8 ply, which we also do upon request, you throw another core right in the middle there. End up with 2 between the crossbands. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna get the glue dripping right next to you guys. I've got a little glue hanger next to you. Tripod will freak out every time I get a little too close to it. But also a huge shout out to Tim for sending me this tripod. You're the bomb, man. Whoopsies. I want to swap out my crossbands here. When I pulled my layups this morning, I think I grabbed some short guys. All right. Oh dang, tripod went crazy. Looked straight at the wall. Sorry about that, guys. All right. And let's get started here. So we roll the glue on by hand on every board to ensure that you get full glue coverage on every side of every ply. That way we can guarantee against delam. And these boards are available at lifeskateboard.com. Again, that's lifeskateboard.com. We're going to be loading up the long press first. Just 2 in there, and then 2 into the longboard press. Be honest with you guys, orders have been pretty down. You guys can help out changing that. But that's what happens in skateboarding, sales fluctuate. Yeah, guys, get a life. If you didn't know, you're watching Life Skateboards be made. And if you guys haven't watched it, I did upload the new Lagoon to the Moon 5 video. That's with me, Chuck, and Nick. Luke couldn't make it on this trip, but Nick was a good fill-in. And Blake filmed really well. We went by Stoke Run, and I made a second video with steps on how to save Stoke Run. If you're not familiar with that, that is a facility over in Butler, Ohio. They've got motocross, BMX, skateboards, everything you could imagine. And unfortunately, they are facing some hardships right now. Their neighbors filed a lawsuit over the sound and the disturbance. Even though they operate within reasonable hours. So they're struggling a bit at the moment. But there is a petition to sign to save them, and every dollar you spend there is going to help them keep their doors open. It's also going to help them with legal fees for their defense. It's pretty dumb. If you've ever been to Butler, Ohio, I bet you haven't, unless you've been to Stoke Run, because not really much there. Yep, I make boards for Life Skateboards. You can get them at lifeskateboard.com. Right now, I'm just gluing up some layups. We're not doing as much as I normally do today. We're gonna glue 2 of these guys up, throw them in the press, glue 2 longboards up and throw those in the press. Take you guys around the shop a little bit, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I don't have anything to shape today, unfortunately. Might end up with something to shape tomorrow or even later this evening, but nothing this morning. If you have any questions about the process, how to get these boards, or anything like that, feel free to ask. It's what I'm here for. We like the direct-to-customer situation that we've always had, but this very direct-to-customer situation is rad. I do too. I do too. Now, as far as the rest of the industry, we do things a little bit different than they do. So hopefully, without outsourcing production and without corner cutting on quality, we keep ourselves alive even in the dips and bad times of the industry. It's Tight Bond 2. They sit in the press for 24 hours under pressure, and then they cure for 7 days in a stack of their own concave so that there's no snapback on the concave or kicks. Good questions there. This morning I pulled some out, labeled what date they were put in there, and then Sam will cut out the shape after they've cured for 7 days, minimum. All right, we got one glued up here. I'm gonna tape up either end of this. We're gonna glue up one more, and then we'll load it into the press. Oh, I counted wrong. Am I doing 1, 2, 3? Oh, my bad. That was longboards. Sorry, guys. If you didn't catch me say it this morning, I've screwed up my sleep schedule. I'm in here real tired, knocking out work so I can catch back up on sleep. And hopefully get out to the skate park this evening. the indoor park. I say out, get into the indoor park this evening. It's storming and miserable outside right now. All right, we tape up either end of this. The reason we tape these up, just make sure they don't slide around in the press on us. These crossband ends might need to be snapped off before they go in the press, but we'll find that out when we get there. Having some trouble there. All right, let's get this other one glued up, and then we will load them into the press. You guys can see some squeeze out, kind of see those kicks start to form. And then we'll hop over to the longboard press, and I'll keep answering your questions if you guys have them. If you guys like what you're watching, please double tap that screen. That way YouTube knows you do. This is a niche thing for people to enjoy watching, so I understand I'm going to be flipping through quite a few viewers. You need a skateboard? Did I understand that correctly? Well, you can get one of these boards at lifeskateboard.com. As I said a little bit earlier, sales could be a lot better. So the more boards you order, the more work I have. The more work I have, the easier my life is, and the more I get to share with you guys. So, and these boards are just long-lasting, high-quality, handcrafted decks. Our main goal is to make a board that rivals the industry standard, which if you ask our customers, we do that every time. Oh yeah, I mean, peaceful. This portion of the job is definitely peaceful. As far as like shaping and using all the tools in there, I personally find it very relaxing and peaceful. Some people immediately shut off the live when there's equipment running though. So I get it, but I think that part is just as satisfying to watch as this part of the process here. It's definitely a job that makes me very happy. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do so. Skateboarding is my entire life, so being able to make sure that everything I do is skateboarding adjacent or has something to do with skateboarding really gives me meaning in life. Pun intended. Hey, thank you. Hey, if it's a wall hanger, let us know. Because with the way we do our graphics is we apply all of our graphics with hand-carved Lino blocks. The majority of the industry uses a heat transfer because that is very easy. But heat weakens the bond between wood and glue, so we have a pretty unique graphic application process here at Life. There's an option to get a collage on there. Sometimes I do that up anyway, just because I like you. But these guys on the wall over here, let's see, there we go. All these guys on the wall over here are finished boards, so when we're done putting these in the press, I'll show you guys a few of those so you can see examples of Lino blocks. And then if you go a few live streams back, I finished one off with doing the collage option on one of my boards. But thank you for the support, bud. We've got over 100 shapes. You can choose your wheelbase, choose your ply number, all kinds of fun stuff. It's great. A little extra glue on that guy. Two more plies, tape these up, and I'll bring you guys over to the press. And we're on the press. I will probably make it so that the tripod's not following me around, because I'm just going to be down there raising up the jacks. And when we get there, I will warn you, they used to be pneumatic jacks. I understand those would definitely be easier. We just haven't hooked up the compressor through the new shop. So a little extra work, same great results. Oop. I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm not entirely sure on the brand name of it. This was a customer and subscriber to the channel, Tim. Was watching these lives and decided I went out of frame way too often. So he sent this to me. It was working right out of the box. I can do like little hand signals to get it to stop following me around. And little hand signals to make it follow me around again. It's pretty neat. I've had one before. But it's definitely helpful on a lot of this stuff. I definitely have some tweaks I need to work out with it. It's black. It's got a camera lens that you can angle up and down depending on how you want it to react to your movement. I could probably take it off of the base and read that, but I'm not really feeling it right now. Be honest with you. I had a Pivo AI tripod at one point. Those things are really cool, but very fragile. The wind knocked it over and it just exploded. The spring inside just made that thing go all over the skate park. I was just trying to see if I could get it to track me while I was skating. This thing kind of tracks while I skate. I tried it. It loses me if I'm booking it, but if I've got it set back and I've got it in one, it tends to do pretty well. Alrighty, in a second here I'm going to stop that tripod from moving around, and we will load up this press with a couple of boards and move on to the longboard press. There it goes. Trying to be, I'll be real honest, I'm just real tired and just getting this done now. All right, so let's throw these separators in here. Separator, I don't even know her. All right, so the majority of the time, so this is a double press, or sorry, double mold. So you can put 2 in here and 2 in here. We're just loading 2 in here right now. This upper portion right here is also the youth mold, so we can put boards that have the same concave as our standard, the press over there, but the kicks are a little closer together for the kids. We've got several shaped boards in the youth sizes, as well as popsicles. We've got our twin that resembles one of the first double kick boards from Vision. We've got a 1990, which is like a fishtail. We've got a youth punk point. They're pretty fun. If you want to start a kid off with a shaped board so they don't look down at their feet and get bored while they're playing with this wonderful wooden toy, get them that. All right. So you guys are going to be seeing me double and triple check alignment as we go along here. Alignment's extremely important. If the boards are not aligned properly in the press, they're not going to be pressed properly. And that's a no-go here at Life Skateboards. That means we're pressing it again and starting over. We don't let mistakes slip by us here. And if they do, we always honor it to say that. Not everybody's perfect, so if anything does slip through the cracks here, the cool thing about getting boards from us is you know exactly who made it, and you know exactly who to go to if there's ever a problem. That would be either me or Sam. So, all right, so we're gonna line this up as best we can, raise it up a little bit, double check the alignment again, and then give it all the pressure it needs. Tighten these guys down here. I think I need to go grab one of these sticks real quick. All right, yeah, I've only got one here. Give me a moment. right, so as these get raised up, you're gonna start to notice the kicks start to form on the boards. The kicks are the ends here. And then inside the press is where our very deep concave that we're very proud of is starting to form. And the reason you ply boards like this with multiple plies is because that's the only way to achieve this type of concave. I've had people get on these lives and think that boards are one solid piece carved out. That would be awful. 20-ton bottles. 20-ton bottles or old school screw jacks is what we use. And I should have screwed them up a little bit higher to start with, but once again, little extra work, same great results. Usually have a few more boards in here, so naturally sits a little bit higher. Again, I'm just trying to bring it to the edge there without putting pressure on it, so I can align it where I know it's going to stay in place. All right. So we're going to double check alignment from the front, back, and side. All right, it's looking good. Looking good end to end. Double check this end. All right. Go ahead and finish this off here, and you're going to see some glue squeeze out in between the plies there. What sticks it all together? Glue. You're from Mississippi? Well, thanks for tuning in. But what sticks it all together? The glue. Shifted on me on its way up there. Tends to do that when I don't load the press up all the way, which is what we're doing today. One moment here. I went a little bit further out of alignment than I thought it did. So you guys are watching me struggle this morning. Good thing I only did 2 here, because had I done 4, we would have been eating into the playtime that I had with the glue. All right. Good to go. Sorry about that, guys. Good afternoon. No, not at all. If you wait a minute here, you'll be able to watch the watch me glue up the next ones. All right, let's get to it here. Now we're gonna load up the longboard press. You lived in Indiana for a while? Rad. Thanks, Martian. I appreciate you. I was born with these eyes. If you're unfamiliar with these lives, the majority of the time you're just watching me walk around looking for the thing that I just set down 30 seconds ago. There we go. Making myself a makeshift bandage in the moment. Picking these, the cured boards up and stuff, the glue turns into, feels like knives. It's not fun. Yeah, that's what we do. We do that here at Life. Sam's got an old lathe. He ran an Instagram called 7 Ply Productions. All right, and let's go ahead and get started here with these longboards. So, even though these are longboards, they're still going to be the same 7 ply construction as the normal boards that we just pressed. So, for those of you that didn't catch it the first time, I'll explain what's inside of your board. Hi there, Steve. Awesome. Yep, a couple of C-clamps would have done the same thing for yourself. Doesn't really work like that here. So we make boards for Life Skateboards. We've been doing this since 2012. If you check the title of the live here, it's how skateboards should be made, not tell me how you think a skateboard should be made. But feel free to ask any questions if you got them. Yep, we're going with natural here at the moment. If you see the standard press over there is loaded up with colored plies. Give me a moment here, guys. Handling a little cut on my hand. There we go, good enough. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, C-clamps definitely would not do this. I've seen some people use C-clamps to press their own board. A much more efficient way to do your personal boards. It's not going to give you the same quantity production as what we're doing, but vacuum sealing, that's another way to make boards. Yeah, well, see, the difference here is, so I used to wear gloves for this portion of it, but the gloves would make its way through maybe a half of a board. It's not worth it to me. I can just use some orange cleaner afterwards, and then for the rest of the process, spinning equipment and gloves don't make me happy. So I don't wear gloves while I'm shaping, so I don't want my hands getting pulled into any machines. Oh yeah, definitely. That's Sam does some cool stuff turning them. I do some cool stuff just reshaping them. So playing with stuff like this to make little keychains and stuff like that, repressing into real thin materials like this. Tried to do a little, I'm also learning with playing with scrap, so did a little experiment that took about a week to set up and then it all fell apart, so stay tuned for the other dumb things that I try to do. I'm still, you know what, I'm tired and I'm just now processing the C-clamps would have done the same thing statement. What? I'm tired. I love you guys. I'll use my patience. Again, sorry that I'm so tired today. Sorry I'm not as talkative as normal. Really screwed up my sleep schedule, so now we're here. From Vegas, thanks for tuning in. It's only 6:10 in the morning right now. I am not an early riser anymore. Used to be. But I'm not sure if it's this weather, stress, or what's going on, but really screwed up my sleep schedule yesterday. Realized I couldn't get back to sleep. Decided, you know what? Come into work, knock out some work, hang out with everybody on the live, and go back home, get some sleep, and maybe I can get to the indoor before they open. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Josh. Like if like the strength of the tool wasn't a factor, you can pinch these boards together and I guess it would do the same thing. I don't know. It's a strange thing. I love it when people that like have no clue what they're talking about chime in like that. It's very strange. Because they don't chime in asking questions, they chime in with wild suggestions. And then here you are, sharing your experience and stuff, so I appreciate you, Josh. You're in Nova Scotia. You're in Canada. Well, thank you for the maple, good sir. Or ma'am, whatever it would may be. But thank you for the maple. You guys know what you're doing. Definitely. Yeah, you'd have air pockets, you'd have inconsistent pressing, you'd probably have delam later in the life on the board. I think what people don't understand is we're not just making something that's, you know, plywood wood that's going on the wall to be looked at. This is something that's made to take a beating. So, I mean, skateboards are made to be destroyed, so. It's 3 a.m. Awesome. It's 3 a.m. in Vegas right now. So that means when I'm waking up in the mornings, everybody's going home from the bars in Vegas. Now I know. Don't you guys have an amazingly beautiful skate park out there? Like you guys got beautiful, good graffiti. Not just toy crap. I don't know, I've seen some great photos of a park out there from a old roommate that used to live out that way before he lived with me. All right, gluing one more up and we will get going here. 4:12 a.m. there. Yeah, I come across those people all the time, it seems. I seem to attract some craziness on a regular basis. Doing lives like this and helping people, being nice to people while running a Facebook group caught me a stalker, so I get some crazies on here. Welcome to the internet, I guess. It's not new though. Rad. You guys are using intelligent time. I'm over here in America where we say dumb things for dumb numbers and dumb times. What kind of glue? It is Tight Bond 2. 3 is overkill, 1 isn't good enough. Oh, thanks, Josh. And now, see, Josh is over here explaining, making jokes where he's already shared his experience with making boards. So that's where I appreciate it. I'm surprised I caught that as a joke. I'm pretty tired. 9:43 p.m. Oh, not Mick, I understood what you were saying. It just took me some thinking to get there. Yeah, if you guys have a channel, I don't mind if you plug it on here, by the way. Doesn't bother me as long as it doesn't get repetitive and annoying. If anybody gets a platform, might as well share it, right? You did, and you got one, Josh. See, you gotta be careful sometimes in these lives, though, because I get into a mode where I'm just snappy with the people that want to come in here and be smartasses, and sometimes the people making jokes catch some strays. But I'm a man that understands that I make mistakes, so I'll apologize about it right here. But you did that real well, Josh. Oh. Let this glue drip a little bit so I'm not stressing to spread it out. So one of the reasons that we roll by hand is because the glue machine is going to get both sides of every piece of veneer, so you're going to skip your top and bottom ply. We don't like that here. We want to guarantee against delam. So we roll the glue on every side of every ply to guarantee against delam. And delam is just delamination where the plies start to separate. It's 6:15 in the morning, my friend. You can keep that information to yourself. But I appreciate your comfort in sharing that. But I'm going to use you as a jumping off point. Did you know that we have a shape called the dump truck and the big dump truck? We also have over 100 other shapes. You just got to go to lifeskateboard.com and check it out. We've got everything from youth boards to longboards. We got everything from 7.75 all the way up to 14.6 inch wide. Yes, you heard me correctly. 14.6 inches wide. Why? Because why the hell not? We've got those in several shapes with great concave. There's some other boards on the market with comparable widths, and I will not be shy in saying that their concaves feel like an accident. Feels like they plopped a popsicle right in the middle and just kind of satellite dished out the shape. We wanted to make sure you had wheel flares all the way through the board, all the way to the rail. So we did that. There's some clips of people like nollie flipping it. Why the hell not? I like that. See, Josh, are you new to the channel, dude? Because you're gonna be an active member. Can already tell. And if you guys are new to the channel here, this is kind of what you catch is me making boards. We get into talking about boards, things that are going on, talking about traveling to skate. And a lot of the times these lives break down into talking about sobriety. I'm an addict in recovery, so is the owner of the company. We like to talk about our stories and be open about it to show people that there is a chance on the other side and no reason to lose hope. And all right, we're gonna tape up the ends of this guy. I did not charge my tripod long enough because it died on me. All right, we're gonna load these two longboards into here. Alignment's gonna be a little bit hard to keep track of with the position of this press, but just bear with me, we'll get it all done. Ignore the cornhole. We're in Indiana. Deal with it. All right, let me bring you guys right over here. Why are you making them with cardboard? That's not cardboard, that's called veneer. If you've never seen veneer before, let me show it to you. Brett, that's a strange statement. So here's veneer. See, it's a piece of wood. Some of them have this direction on the grain, and some of them have this direction on the grain. So you combine these together to give it strength in every direction. And then the reason you're using these thin plies is so that we can achieve the concave and kicks that we want on the boards. But there you go. I do not. I don't think, wait a minute. Is that Garrett from Fort Wayne? Because I'm not sure. Yeah, you're right, man. That's, you know what? There we go. There's some fun jokes and rumors that I've caused and started. Maybe you guys can start one. Make things out of skateboard, make skateboards out of cardboard to get them through skateboard detectors. That is a new one. I like that. That would have worked for one of our customers that got their board confiscated at the border of South Africa as a weapon. That happened. I think we should be proud of that. I think it was a youth punk point, so I guess our punk points are sharp enough to be considered a weapon. They're not very sharp. I'll show you guys the templates after I'm done with this here. After I raise this press up, we'll cover up the glue. I'll show you guys the pressing and shaping, the shaping and cutting room. And then we'll answer any questions and we'll get off of here. So I gotta go grab my, no, we got them right here. Just gotta tighten these jacks down. All right, make sure these guys are centered on, there is a steel beam right here to give it consistent pressure across the bottom. And now we'll get going here. That's funny, yeah. I don't know if we'd do that one though, but that would be funny. That would be like the lightest board that does not last at all. But it would be fun, I guess. Again, probably should have raised this a little bit higher off the bat. Oh, 1/16 or 1/20. Oh, no. I'm sorry, I don't know any pro snowboarders. I'm sorry, my friend. Skateboarding's my thing. Brett. Now I'm realizing you're a 12-year-old. I forgive you for any derailing conversation you've had. And just so you're aware, the next numbers in that sequence are 8, 9, and 10, in case you haven't been paying attention in class. All right, so now you're gonna see these little bumps here. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Hey, have a great day at work, my friend. All right, Brett, go annoy somebody else, my friend. You have a great day at elementary school, all right? Thank you, my friend. Oh, I forgot to say boop when I kicked him. All right, so now you're seeing these drop down start to shape right here. These guys will be under pressure for 24 hours and then cure for 7 days in another stack of their own concave. All right. Good to go. What am I doing? I am making skateboards for Life Skateboards. I appreciate the aggression in your question there, because you're just real aggressive to learn about it, aren't you? But we just finished these up here today. Let me just kind of show you guys around the shop here before we end this. I've got to cover up the glue. Oops. If I don't cover up the glue, it might end up with some waste. We don't want that. You know it. I think I need to bring myself another nap for the next time I glue. We might even end up in here tonight to shape after I go get some rest and go skate. All right, so now let's show you guys around. Oh, I see what you say. I must have missed your question there. They don't get overpressed. Basically, when I'm using pneumatic jacks, I know the distance between, or the time between the pops to stop letting it go up. And then for these, I just go until it holds my body weight. The blocks themselves are made out of maple, so they're good. But all right, so here's our veneer storage. Need to do some ordering here. These guys are the Fickle presses. These run with screw jacks. They're not currently set up. But this is, we got these from Lou Ross that used to own Fickle Skateboards out in Cleveland, I'm so sorry, out in Cincinnati. He rides for us now. We have a couple of his shapes. This is the longboard press that you just watched it done. As you can see, it's a double mold. So you've got your drop down up here and your surfer style right here. This guy right here is our wide press. This guy it goes up to 11.75. This is a long press that we just loaded up. It's 11.75, but the kicks are further apart. And then this is our youth mold right here. Now, if we take this center piece out right here, it creates a gap right there where we can put our monster mold in. And this guy is 15 inches wide, and it's where our 14.6s come from. And then this is our standard press. This is 9.25 and below. And I set it down somewhere. Oh, right there. Right here is our mellow mold. So this is the same size as this with a more mellow concave. Our standard concave is extremely deep, and it's something we're very proud of. Ooh, about knocked you guys out of my hand. The Monster Mash. We actually call it the Monster Press. I mark those boards with an M. Hi there, Dustin. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I just finished my dream job and sharing it with other people. What are you doing at 6:30 while you're judging how another man's face looks? Anyway, here are some boards that are curing, waiting to be cut, right here. So once those guys are cured, Sam brings them in right here, adds the truck holes in on this drill press. After he has the truck holes in, he can attach one of these shape templates. So these on the wall here aren't boards. These are templates for shapes. Dustin, you wish you had my job yet? But we've got over 100 of them here. Sam keeps adding them, whether that be from customer requests or just out of his mind, or some of the ones that I designed. Let's see. I've designed 3 shapes here at Life, and they have evolved, I guess devolved, into a more normal-ish shape. This is the second version of my shape right here, Casper 2.0, and this is the current 3.0. Again, these are templates, not shape boards, as you can tell how flat they are. But I really liked what I did with this shape here. I took my fishtail and turned it into a popsicle here. It's a 9-inch popsicle at this width right here. 9.25 on the front truck, and it's got a knuckle nose to give me some versatility. It's actually a 4th and 5th angle right here so that this point goes directly forward while I'm doing crooked grinds. Would it be? I have no clue. I love working with skateboards, that's for sure. What prompted the change between versions of my shape? When I was showing you guys the presses in there, this guy unfortunately didn't fit out of the standard press, and that's where I wanted it to fit out of. So it was on the wide press that wasn't using the entirety of the concave, so the concave wasn't as deep as I wanted it to be. And then I also didn't have enough surface area here to consistently do my crooked grinds, and I just wanted to see what I could change up with this. Noticed that my crooked grinds are a lot more consistent now, and so are my flip tricks. And I really like, before I made my own shape, I was skating one of the knuckles. It was the double knuckle, actually. We've got several knuckles. We've got the small knuckle, medium, big, and double. But that's why I did that. But the main part of this shape and having all these curves was the ergonomics of grabs. I do a lot of layback airs, layback air varials, layback air finger flips, lots of front side airs and tweaks in them. So being able to grab this way, feeling against that, grabbing this way, Weddle, feeling against that, backside, lean, it all makes sense. All right, so I'll go ahead and explain what happens after Sam cuts out the shape. Yep, that's I've heard Coke bottle, alligator, and lots of other names for that guy. I currently like my shape, but it is very tame compared to what my original one was. My original shape, the 1.0, had such a narrow nose that it had a weak point on it, and we never want to sell a board with a weak point. But all right, so before I show you how it happens after we cut out the shape, let me show you one of my favorite templates here. This is the Aggro Extreme. First, I'll show you the Aggro. This is the Aggro, originally designed by Lou Ross. Very fun board, fits Indy 215s perfectly. We also have some rails that Lil John's made us that curve with the edges of that board. It's really cool. So this is the Aggro Extreme. Same spiky concept, but it's 14.6 inches wide. Why? Because why not? In reality, we've always had boards that were slightly bigger than the boards that were available on the market. So when Slappy made the 11, we had an 11.75. When Slappy made the 13, we had to make a 14. So there's trucks that match that stuff. You can get a 13-inch truck with a half-inch overhang like the K9 Dogtowns or things like that, and you can move along from there. Damn, Dustin really ran with his tail between his legs, didn't he? Immediately. Thanks, guys. You guys are rad. Yeah, thank you, Nat. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to do this. But let me show you guys a little bit of what happens here. Hey there, my friend. I appreciate the evangelism because I know it comes from a place of care, but we're just talking about skateboards here. So when Sam cuts out the shape, this is what the edge looks like. It's not at a 90 to the concave, and it needs to be able to round off on this step here. So I bring it to a 90 right here on the belt sander. Round it off right here. Clean it up on the drum. And we've got a Mac wheel right here. We clean it up a little bit further. And then right over here is our orbital that's hooked up to a Festool vacuum. So that's a HEPA-approved dust extractor. I have to wear a respirator for all of this, but when we get over there, I get to take it off and I get to talk with you guys. Let me see. So I'm done with the my part of the work today. Sorry if that just froze up on you guys, my bad. Oh, he's still there. He's still there. That's fun. Right on, man. Well, have you changed your mind again yet? Are you here for a reason? Because I'm right here doing my job. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, that's fine. You can ask. He's lurking in there. That's real weird coming from somebody that had something negative to say about how I look, but. All right, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys on my time a board getting shaped. How about that? All right, so this guy is for my friend Luke. So I'm doing this on my time. Really quickly here, I'm gonna go grab the compressor hose. We're gonna air up that air bladder before we get to it, so I don't get caught off guard when I get there. If you didn't understand, this drum right here has an air bladder on it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started here. Thanks, Johnny. Is that what that sounds like? Because that so that was the compressor hose is in one of the wind up thingies. I'm tired, I don't remember what that's called. I think everybody's piling on Dustin here. Nobody catch strays. I think everybody's piling on Dustin. That's what's happening. The hose reel. Yeah, there we go. I'll call it the hose reel. All right, we're bringing it to a 90 with the concave here. Now you can see the edge is at a 90 with the concave there, and we'll be able to round it off. Now the way we do that is there's the gap between this top edge and the belt itself kind of closes up as we reach 90. What's up, Aaron? Thanks for tuning in. All right, I'm gonna get you guys real close while you're watching this happen here. This is my favorite step to show. Oops. How often do I do lives? Oh man, disconnected the mic there. All right, there we go. I try to do lives as often as I can. It really depends on how much work there is. So the more boards you guys order, the more work I have, the more I get to show you, and the more really high quality handcrafted decks that are floating around. So just go to Life Skateboard, get yourself a life, and you won't regret it. All right. There we go. Oh, this is what I do every day, my friend. So in case you guys are familiar with equipment, oh man, really disconnecting the mic over and over again today. Be good to me. So if you guys are familiar with this type of equipment, like this quarter round router bit right here, remember that you guys are watching this on a mirrored screen. So what looks like I'm pulling with the blade, I'm pulling against the blade. This is also an extremely small bit. There's no way for it to actually pull the material. But all right, let's get going. Yep. So actually this is a Porter cable. Let me double check. This is an extremely old router here. Yeah, this is an old Porter cable. Everything else is Grizzly. Quarter round. It's actually an weird bit. Let me show you guys really closely here, because this thing has a collar and a guide bearing. You ever heard of that? I bought longboards as long as a surfboard. Don't do that. There you go. Yep. All right. Let's clean this sleeve off here. right, so let me show you guys what this edge looks like here. It's round, but it's not clean, so we're gonna clean it up on the drum here. Yep, to be more specific, Josh, thank you. Cable, the router there, that's a Porter cable from when they were made in Germany. Sam is big on his equipment. Done shaping this, I'll kind of explain what I'm doing here and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So when you're sanding something, you always want to overlap your work. So when you're seeing me go like this and push down that way, I'm just trying to get into what I'm going to get into on the other side. So I'm going all the way across, coming back, and then I readjust my hands so I can clean up the edge really, really well. And then we're also going to come back and get the nose and tail to clean those up and make them uniform. This step, we're also going to remove any excess glue that we can reach with the drum. Anything we can't reach, we'll get with the orbital. Alrighty. Let's bring you over to the Mac wheel here. Not yet, not smooth as glass just yet. We'll bring it to a 150 for the final step. And dang, dude, this the mic is really not liking me today. Bear with me here for bad sound. I'm gonna fix it after I'm done with this step here. So let me fix that mic real quick. Sorry about that. Whoopsies. You guys got to see the rat's nest underneath this thing. Kinda. Multiples. Not just the individual flap sander heads. That's why they're just a little bit different than your flap sander. There we go. Oh, thank you, Alex. I appreciate how you make it. But you know what's really cool? Skateboarding's always waiting for you. You can start whenever you want to. And it's right here. Good morning, JoJo. And also, I'm pretty intimately familiar with this this tool right here. So the reason that I am is because this thing did try to kill me once. That video was out there for a minute because I filmed myself working a lot, and this was in an old shop. Tripped on something and got pulled into it. So I have a lot of respect for this guy. Respect your tools before they kill you. You always wanted to make boards, but can justify making a mold to make just 2 or 3. Well, last, I've got some good news for you. There's other options as well. If you're trying to do something individually for yourself, obviously, I would love for you to support the makers like me, like Sam. You can get boards from Life Skateboards, or you can get boards from like C-Rat or Last Arrow, or guys that are doing that. But obviously, board making is really fun, and not just cutting out the shape, but actually making the boards themselves. So do a little bit of research into vacuum sealing. It's another way to press boards that doesn't require an entire press. It's just not efficient to be doing that for a ton of boards. But if you're just doing that for yourself, try that out. No, we make all wood skateboards, my friend. And I don't smoke either. Maple. Right now it's just a popsicle. It's a very specific popsicle for my buddy Chuck. I misspoke when I said it was for Luke earlier. But this is just something I'm doing on my time to show the people that are new to this exactly what I do on these lives most of the time. I'm also very tired right now, so I apologize for if I'm not being as talkative as I normally am. The pins, the popsicles? I'm so confused on what you mean by that. Are you talking about pintails? Because pintails are... I don't even think we make pintails. No, we don't. Well, then just have fun with it, man. A couple of bottle jacks or maybe even screw jacks and you can make it work. Pintails, okay. Yeah. I don't see a lot of pintails in skate shops. Are there pintails in skate shops now? Yeah, I don't know. Like, we make longboards. We make all kinds of shapes. We love them. We've got every shape you can imagine, as well as popsicles. That's the cool thing about us. You can hate popsicles, and we got the shape boards for you. You can hate shape boards, and we've got popsicles for you. So that's what we got here. That is true. You're right. I'm sorry, Josh. Josh is right. A C-clamp is going to take... people are worried about AI taking their job. I'm worried about a C-clamp taking my job, man. So this step is just bringing everything to a 150, removing any excess glue, and then we're going to go around and clean up the edges. It sure is. The smallest board we make a 775. We can make a 7.5 if you really want to. This is called the Scoot. It's very strange. Let me measure it. This thing is tiny. This thing's only 25 inches long. Got an 8-inch front truck bed and an 825 back truck bed. It's real weird. That's the tiniest, weirdest thing we make. I'm gonna grab a youth template off the wall. You can take a look at that. This is a youth popsicle here, right here. This is a template for it, remember that. I'm not showing you guys boards, I'm showing you templates for boards. Sitting at 775 with a length of 30 1/8. And you can always check all these sizes at lifeskateboard.com. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys something cool I did for the late lives that I do like later in the day with more people watching. This is written backwards so that we can all see it. I had to double check that I did that right. That's a Rodney Mullen deck? I don't know about that. Might not be. Josh, we have reached an impasse. So we actually did make a few freestyle boards. They were out of our normal press, so our wide press, so it was at the center where there wasn't very much concave, very squared off nose and tail. They did not take off very well. I think everyone has, Damon. If you have any questions about board making or skateboards, how skateboards are made, anything like that, feel free to ask, my friend. See how petty I can get. Yeah, that's what I mean. They were tiny wide. That's what we did too. Trying to think. There is a company that's making pretty cool stuff. I will say it has a heat transfer, so I'm not the biggest fan, but freestyle decks don't take that much impact. Freestyle skating is really fun. I'll be real honest with you guys. When I wanted to do freestyle, I took a mid-twin, which is naturally 8/6, shaved it down 1/10 of an inch to square off the edges, and squared off the nose and tail, didn't round it off, and made that my freestyle. And it's been fun. Where did I find my love? It's a love of skateboarding that made me fall into woodworking. Skateboarding is my life. That's all I do. At one point I decided that I wanted to work in the industry, whether that meant I struggled to get to a point where it was sustainable or whatever I could do. I worked in a skate shop, and that was one of the worst experiences of my life. It's probably where I work, unfortunately. But then this opportunity came up. I never thought that I'd be able to be in this position that I am, and now I'm here, and I absolutely love it. I'm sorry to hear that, Alabama. Unfortunately, I'm not going to talk about anything about that right now. The reason I'm not going to get into any talks about that on the internet is the majority of the people talking about it aren't real people, and if I can't discern between what's a bot and what's a real person and what's just trying to get engagement for engagement, I don't think it's worth having a conversation about. I work for people. I work for Sam here at Life Skateboards. He's my boss, and he's a great boss. Thank you. It is 7 a.m. I'll be honest on why I'm here right now is because I could not get to sleep last night, and when I decided I wasn't going to get to sleep, might as well come in and work, make myself tired, get home and sleep so I can get out and skate later today. Nope, I work for Sam. Sam Koch is the owner and operator of Life Skateboards. I'm the sole hourly employee here at Life. Absolutely, Josh. Well, I kind of kicked the junkie part of me before I started woodworking, but I know you didn't really mean it, but And this guy's done here. So, because this is for Chuck and not a customer, I'm gonna write something that might make Sam laugh and might make his day a little better. Oh, it's backwards. I just wrote what the Chuck is this because it's for my buddy Chuck. All right. Of course, my friend. Yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know. You get kind of opened up a subject that talk about quite a bit. Awesome, Vulgar. That's rad. That's awesome, man. So, I guess I had a bit of a different experience being on the internet than what I guess other people that create content on the internet do. I've just always been me. I've had an Instagram for a long time that kind of blew up for a while. For a while there, that was literally my only contact with the outside world when I was in active addiction. It was the only thing that I could like talk to people through, if that made sense. It's gonna sound weird, but I literally wore a physical mask. I didn't want anybody talking to me. I didn't want anybody to get to know me. So that was just me. And then when I got over those things, started getting sober and became more social, I kept those social media things going because it was a lot of the relationships that I had made there, the people that I've met, they were my friends in real life everywhere else, and they were people I skated with. So it just kind of was always a projection of me. Sam knew that when he hired me. Doing these YouTube lives and doing more things on YouTube has just been being able to reach a new audience and continue to just be me. But over the years, I've kind of noticed that there's not a lot of creators that don't put on a persona or yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to be honest, you know? Especially since I know that people like sharing their story and being honest with me was what made me know that I could recover and do better in my life. So yeah, I just kind of want to be that. So I'm just me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I would like to go home. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live here, guys. Couple things to go through. There is a video that I just recently posted, Lagoon to the Moon 5. It's where me, Chuck, who I just made that board for, and Luke couldn't make it, so Nick filled his place. We stopped at Stoke Run, and I do have a favor to ask you guys. When you go watch that video, or even if you don't, I don't care. If you don't watch my video, it's fine. But please, Stoke Run is an amazing facility over in Butler, Ohio. It's got motocross, BMX, you can take scooters, you can take your skateboard, everything. It's an amazing facility, and unfortunately they are at risk of being shut down. That's just due to neighbors making really erroneous complaints, and it involved a lawsuit. So they're pretty strained right now. So anything you can do to support, go plan a trip out there, plan a weekend to go out that way. When you get there, spend some money, rent some stuff. And then there is also a petition to save Stoke Run. And there's some places to donate to help them with legal fees and stuff like that. Now, I have no association professionally with Stoke Run or anything like that. I just stopped back by there on my way back home. It's a lovely place in the middle of nowhere, and I love it, and I don't want it to be gone. So it's got the best foam pit I've ever skated in my life, and it's clean, which is rare. I rarely jump into a foam pit and don't come out covered in fuzzies, so. The damn birds are watching. Hold on. We all know, all right guys, we're gonna end this on a tinfoil note. We all know that there are no birds, right? Those are all drones. That's as political as we get talking here. But all right, you guys have a great, wonderful day. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and go to lifeskateboard.com and get a life! Because then you get to tell people to get a life, and results may vary. I have been cussed out in my DMs quite a bit for telling people to get a life without a context. Yeah, birds aren't real at all. Am I even real? Shit. I'll leave you with that thought. Have a good one, guys.